want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about sports in the state of Michigan? You've got the truth, all right. Can you handle the truth? Find out right now on the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, the show that detects and provides truth, research, and statistics about the Tigers, Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, Wolverines, and Spartans. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast and listen to it in audio form wherever you get your podcasts. Follow it on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth, and like its Facebook page and know the truth.
Taylor Phillips here. We got lots of Tigers to talk about, plus a little bit of Lions, Aidan Hutchinson, a little bit of Malik Beasley and Pistons news as well. So let's get to it right away. So, the Tigers are taking more time with their process. It'll take lots more work and even years before they become a World Series championship contender from an analytical perspective. So I'm going to go through all the details very, very thoroughly. Team president Scott Harris and general manager Jeff Greenberg are saving their top prospects in their farm system by not spending too much money at the trade deadline or making any big splash trades, including Eugenio Suarez, who went to the Seattle Mariners. And to a lot of fans, sports radio, talk show hosts, and media, the Tigers and media, such as the Detroit Free Press, the Tigers missed out on a lot of opportunities, and clearly they did. However, there are top prospects in the minor leagues that have been tearing it up out there, i.e. Kevin McGonigal, Max Clark, Hao-Yu Lee, Gage Workman, and Thomas Nido from the AAA Toledo Mud Hens. Also, you got Max Alba, Jaden Ham from the AA Erie Seawolves, Seth Stevenson, John Peck, Matt Steele, Peyton Graham, and Andrew Jenkins from the single A West Michigan Whitecaps. And the Tigers need to give those players, those minor league players, all more time to develop and then call them up one player at a time. So that leads me to my next bullet point. Team product payroll and players' salaries / cap hits. And I'm going to go to Spot Track right about now and do some screen sharing. I'm going to turn this on right here. There we go. MLB, Detroit Tigers. All right. Got a few watching here. So the adjusted payroll total is $156,836,868. That's not much at all. Because most of Chris Elledge's other money is spent on, parking lots, stadiums, and renovations. I'll get to a little bit later on. But really, these are all I've got right here on the screen. Javier Baez, Jack Flaherty, Gleyber Torres, Tarek Skubal, Tommy Canley. The list goes on and on. Luxury taxes, $23 to $3 million for Javier Baez, $17.5 million in luxury tax for Jack Flaherty. Payroll salary, $25,050,000. Baez is not a free agent until 2028. And let's take a look at him. He's got 2 more years after this. YOS year of salary, I think. Baez is at 9.089 this season, of course. And then we got Jack Flaherty, who got roughed up yet again earlier this week. He's got a player option next year, and then he becomes an unrestricted free agent. And then Gleyber Torres, a veteran, age 28. He becomes a UFA next year. Tarek Skubal, like I showed you guys on my last episode, arbitration 3 in 2026, UFA 2027. Tommy Canley, unrestricted free agent next year. So, and Tommy Canley, it's not working out for him. He's throwing too many changeups. Colt Keith, 23 years old, just 23. Got 3 separate club options from 2030 through 2032, and then finally he becomes an unrestricted free agent in 2033. Wow, that's long. He'll be age 31. So he avoids all arbitration years from this year through 2029. Wow, that is a long time. He's owed $3.83 repetent million this year, $4.33 million each for next year and the year before, the year after that, 2026, 2027, and then 2028 and 2029, $5.33 million. And then 2030 is $10 million club option, and then $13 million club option in 2031, and then $15 million for 2032. Wow. The question is, will Colt Keith, develop to earn that money, develop enough to earn all that money next year after year? We'll see. And then you got Matt Vierling, who hit a go-ahead game-winning 3-run home run last night. Still needs to prove more, a lot more. Arbitration 2 in 2026, that's next year. Arbitration 3, 2027, and then a UFA in 2028. He's owed $3,005,000 and an annual payroll to avoid arbitration this year. Jake Rogers, arbitration number 2. He's age 30, and he's not hitting very much. Not hitting it much at the plate. Arbitration 3 next year, just like Tarek Skubal in UFA 2027. Rogers is owed $2.64 million to avoid arbitration this year. Chris Paddock, he got roughed up his last outing. Roughly $2.5 million this year. He's a UFA next year. Charlie Morton, he got roughed up tonight. $2.4 million this year, UFA next year. Casey Mize, he's at arbitration 2 at age 28. That's avoided, $2.34 million. Arbitration 3 next year, UFA 2027. Kyle Finnegan, he's been hot money. I'd keep him. I'd re-sign him next year. He's only owed $634,409. I'd sign Kyle Finnegan to an extension because Kyle Finnegan has been pitching lights out, is continuing to pitch lights out. I would keep him. And he's got deferred money from the Washington Nationals. This year, $1,365,591. Oh, by the way, the Tigers' lead is now down to 5. They lost to the Angels 7-4. The Guardians beat the White Sox inevitably 3-1 at Rate Field in the South Side of Chicago. Tigers led by 14 and a half, 15 games. The Guardians, they were doing so well, and then they got swept by the Seattle Mariners, of course. And then the Diamondbacks, Tigers took 2 or 3 from the Diamondbacks, I think, or they swept them, I guess. But really, they've been collapsing. They have. Let's face it. If anyone tells me to relax and forget everything, no, that's not how we operate. That's not how I operate on this podcast. I'm showing everyone all the details. If you can't handle it, stay out of the comment section. Zach McKinstry. He's got arbitrations 2 and 3 the next 2 years. UFA 2028. He's owed $1.65 million to avoid arbitration this year. Will Vest. He avoids arbitration $1.4 million at age 30. At age 30 this year, he'll be age 33 when he hits unrestricted free agent. See, in 2028, he's got arbitrations 2 and 3 in between in 2026 and 27. Andy Ibanez, Super 2, arbitration 1, Super 2, huh? That's avoided. $1.4 million this year. 2 arbitrations 2, 3, and 4 from 26 to 28. He hits the UFA in 29. Rafael Montero, he's a veteran at age 34. It's no wonder he's owed $950,419. He got paid almost $12 million each with the Houston Astros the last 2 years. No retained salary from the Atlanta Braves before he got traded. Riley Green, the strikeout machine. $812,400. Age 24. Then he's got arbitrations 1 through 3 the next 3 years. Tyler Holton only pitched a scoreless third of an inning. $797,700. Arbitrations 1 through 3, and then UFA in 2029. Kerry Carpenter, just a few more to go after this guy. $796,800. If I were Scott Harrison, Jeff Greenberg, I would avoid those arbitration years because Kerry Carpenter has been hitting some home runs. Spencer Torkelson, pre-arbitration. See, there you go. Arbitrations 1 through 3. Wencel Perez, also pre-arbitration. Well, for the next 2 years, pre-arbitration 2026 and 2027. That's it. Right now, he's owed $770,700. Let's go back to Torkelson. I forgot to. Yeah, $785,700. Brand Herter, $767,100. Pre-arbitration. Dylan Dingler, $762,600. Pre-arbitration. Jahmai Jones, just $500. Just $500,806 for pre-arbitration. Troy Melton, $273,762 in pre-arbitration. Cody Hewer, $208,386. Veteran. Let's take a look at his status. Arbitration 3 and then UFA in 2027. Oh, crap. Hang on a second. There we go. Pre-arbitration there. Melton, Jahmai Jones, pre-arbitration. Dylan Dingler, pre-arbitration. Brant Herter, pre-arbitration. That's it. Injured list. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot about them. Alex Cobb, UFA next year. Jason Foley out for the season. Arbitrations 2 and 3 for the next 2 years. UFA in 2028. Paul Sewald. It's not Sewald, it's Sewald. My mistake. Mutual status. Owed $10 million next year for the Tigers. Just $1,903,226 this year. 2027 a UFA. Jose Urquidy. Jose Urquidy, just $1 million in veteran. A club option next year worth $4 million, and then a UFA 2027. Reese Olson, also out for the season, pre-arbitration, $787,100. Just one pre-arb next year, and then arbitration 1 in 2027. That's it. Alex Lang, he's out. He's already out for the year. Arbitrations 1 through 3, $782,200 this year, UFA 2029. Parker Meadows. I still want him to prove more. I don't care about his recent 2-run double before he got injured. $781,600 pre-arbitration the next 2 years. Sawyer Gibson Long, pre-arbitration $763,600. Pre-arb the next 2 years. Ty Madden, he's injured. $761,400. Pre-arb the next 2 years. Jackson Jobe, also out for the season. Pre-arb next 2 years, $760,900. And then Sean Gunther, pre-arb at $453,546. Pre-arb next year, arbitration 1, 2027, and that is it. So retained salary, Kenta Maeda, $12 million. Signed a minor league deal with the New York Yankees. John Brebbia, $2.75 million. Carlos Hernandez, not much. Dietrich Enns, not much. Tyler Owens, very little, just $20,430. Still a little bit more than the usual winning amount on Jeopardy. From back in the day, Brewer Hicklin, he was released. $12,258. Eduardo Rodriguez, remember when they had him? Negative $933,333 in luxury tax. But anyway, the Tigers' offense needs to be more consistent. I think they need a new hitting coach, and a few of their players also need to be bought out, designated for assignment, and or released. I would say those hitting coaches don't appear. Their hitting coaches right now are Keith Beauregard, Michael Bernard, and assistant hitting coach Lance Sawatsky. And those hitting coaches don't appear to be on the same page with at least some of their hitters, such as Riley Green and Javier Baez, who both keep consistently striking out as usual. And the hitting coaches need to redevelop their hitters and teach them not to overswing and do too much. Just protect the strike zone and be wiser in the batter's box. This is not a home run derby. If they don't do that soon, there's going to be some serious changes. There needs to be some serious changes being done by Harris and Greenberg. Also, another bullet point, the Tigers don't even have a fielding coach listed. And that could be a problem for the team's defense. They keep making errors and making fundamental mistakes, and this could be another main culprit. And It's no wonder AJ Hinch doesn't deserve too much for the blame for their current collapse in the standings, except for his stupid in-game moves and decisions in high leverage situations in some games. His questionable starting lineup decisions include not starting Kerry Carpenter for whatever reason, penciling Matt Vierling in the top 3 lineup spots, keeping Riley Green in the top 4 lineup when he strikes out a lot of times, etc. But it's no wonder he set out Riley Green for most of the game tonight when they lost 7-4. Also, the bullpen decisions include continuously kicking down the road with bad relief pitchers such as Tyler Holton, Tommy Camley, Luke Jackson, and Rafael Montero, especially in high leverage situations. Of course, the players to get that I would get rid of course, Javier Baez on a buyout, Matt Vierling at age 28, he needs to be DFA'd and then released. Jake Rogers at age 30, DFA and released. He makes defensive plays on occasion, but guess what? He's not hitting. And he's hitting under 200 with an OPS of 609. Is hitting 176. Casey Mize, he's getting roughed up. He needs to be DFA'd released. Just a waste of a number 1 overall pick in 2018. Luke Jackson, he was DFA'd. Rafael Montero, he's got a 5.49 ERA. Pitched a scoreless inning in 2/3. Only gave up a hit. Let's see here. Detroit has a 6.7. Rafael Montero has a 6.75 ERA with the Tigers and a 150 WHIP with the Tigers thus far. So I would actually give Rafael Montero some time, but now that leads me to the players to keep. I would keep Kyle Finnegan. Like I said, Kyle Finnegan has been pitching lights out. He's been hot money. Brant Herter, he's been doing well. Wenzel Perez, I would give him time. Kerry Carpenter at age 27. The home run bomb machine, Charlie Morton. Well, I had a second thought. Yeah, he got roughed up tonight. But he's only got 2 starts as a Tiger under his belt. Troy Melton, I would keep him. Zach McKinstry won the Heart and Hustle Award. Sometimes, but it's more about execution than that. Sometimes he doesn't execute. Yes, Heart and Hustle, but he's got to be. He's just got to be smarter. Andy Ibanez at age 32, hot as of late his last 7 games, but let's take a look at his stats. Ibanez, 1 for 4, 226, 648 OPS. I wouldn't keep him. Sorry. MLB product players that need more time to develop at the plate. Riley Green at age 24. He's still young. He needs to be smarter at the plate. He needs to stop free swinging. He needs to stop over swinging. He needs to be wiser and protect the strike zone. That's why he's striking out a lot. Spencer Torkelson at age 25. He needs to stop over swinging. Colt Keith at age 23. Sure, he can sometimes hit, but he's got to be wiser. And Dylan Dingler at age 26. They're all young. Chris Paddock is a player in question. He has a high ERA but a low WHIP with the Tigers thus far. And then And then one more bullet point before we get to Chris Ilitch. Tarek Skubal, can the Tigers keep him, or can they trade him for a big haul? Skubal is asking for $400 million, and Jeff Moss, the retired creator of the Detroit Sports Rag, is projecting $475 million. If Jeff Moss posted that if he were Scott Harrison, Jeff Greenberg, he would pay him $475 million or trade him for a big haul. That would be very wise and very interesting as well. A haul of players that have really good bats. Such if they traded him, Skubal, to the Dodgers for like Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Max Muncy, all those guys. Think about that. I know Shohei Ohtani's way too much money, but the Tigers may be trying to save up on their payroll for this just to keep Skubal. We never know. Now, most importantly, owner Chris Ilitch's money needs to be controlled and handled more wisely and properly. No more re-renovations or parking lots, please. Spend more money on players that can execute. Doesn't matter if it's a popular name or not. You have to get down to player business. You got to contend for a World Series championship, like soon. Otherwise, you're going to be starting from scratch again on your rebuild. That's just going to take even longer, maybe even forever. Sorry, but it's the truth. Now to some Lions. General Manager Brad Holmes says a new contract extension for defensive end Aidan Hutchinson, quote unquote, may take time. Hutchinson has a club option for 2026 and becomes an unrestricted free agent in 2027. And the Lions are still interested in bringing back defensive end Zadarius Smith. Now we already know it would be nice. It would be really great to have both Hutchinson and Smith working together as defensive ends on the same field. You know what I'm saying? In other news, Lions cornerback Ennis Rakestraw suffered a bad shoulder injury, and he'll miss the entire 2025 to 2026 NFL season, which is devastating at corner because that punches a big hole in that secondary. So it's either next man up or go get someone outside the organization. And then a developing update, Pistons guard Malik Beasley was evicted from his Detroit apartment amid his federal gambling probe. It's the same one that I talked about on my last episode. So Malik Beasley, it just keeps getting worse for him. But then again, it's karma. What are the Pistons thinking of that? What are you guys thinking about that? Since you're watching, in case you're just tuning in. So let's get to the What We've Learned segment. What I've learned, the Tigers process will take longer than some people anticipate with the players, the money, everything else. Plus, Lions general manager Brad Holmes is trying to give Aidan Hutchinson some time to think about a contract extension. Plus, they plan on bringing back Zadarius Smith to join Aidan Hutchinson in the process. And for Malik Beasley, of course, things just keep getting worse. The chances of him getting re-signed by the Pistons are getting even slimmer, I would suppose. So that's what we've learned in our episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. I'm Taylor Phillips. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Like its videos and turn on all notifications on the bell icon. Click or tap on live to find its latest full episodes and shorts. Also on Twitch at Michigan_Truth. Listen to it in audio form on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music /Audible. CastBox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and Gio7. Also, join its supporters club on Spreaker, just $2 a month. Follow it on social media on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth. Also, like its Facebook page, facebook.com/Michigan Sports Truth. Also on Reddit as at u/Michigan_Truth. So with that being said, statewide business endorsements: Cops and Donuts, Grand Traverse Pie Company, Meyer, J&H Family Stores, Positive Chimney and Fireplace, Rally House, Michigan, and Rally House Detroit for all your Detroit and Michigan sports gear, coffee cups, everything else, coffee mugs, Jets Pizza, Michigan's Adventure in Muskegon, Alpine Chocolate House, Subway, Hudsonville Ice Cream, Tom's Food Markets, Bigby Coffee, Detroit Wing Company, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Simply Delightful, Tropical Touch Spa, and Main Street Rocks in Lake City and Durand. Main Street Rocks in Durand is also a proud sponsor of Swartz Creek Youth Baseball. Got my Red Wings Tervis Cup for my water. Metro Detroit area business endorsements go to Geno Surf, American Avenue American Bistro, Mocha Donut and Boba, Modern 7 Bistro, Northville Sports Den, Union Barber in Birmingham and Ferndale, United Mobile Power Wash and Dry Ice Works in Southfield, the Spot Food Truck in Dearborn in Detroit, Athletico Physical Therapy on Woodward and Ferndale, Blind Owl, Royal Oak, Cali Tickets. Call Mark Goldman at 877-225-8425 or visit CaliTickets.com. The Jagged Fork, Goodman Acker Law Firm, and Northwestern Technological Institute. Local business endorsements go to the B4 Foundation in Ithaca, Cadillac Grill, Cadillac Nutrition, Cadillac Horizon Books, Front Porch Suttons Bay, Creative Embroidery in Cadillac for designing the Michigan Sports Truth podcast logo on my long sleeve shirt and t-shirt. Cuts by Melanie in Lake City, the El Cilantro Taco Shop in Petoskey, the LC Tap House in Lake City, Erica Nita of Traverse City Real Estate, Michigan Coffee Company, Northern Auto Lab in Lake City, Pro Quality Cleaners, Raven Social Restaurant, Misaki Golf Club in Lake City, Bay Mills Resort and Casino in Brimley, United Food Service Solutions of Grand Ledge, Fletcher's Pub Texas Corners in Kalamazoo, Northern Star Event Rentals in Cadillac, the Food Mafia's Let's Roll With It Rolled Ice Cream in Cadillac, the Michigan Theater of Jackson, Yen Yoga and Fitness, Tees Tanning Salon in Cadillac, Yen Yoga and Fitness in Traverse City, Hooters of Saginaw, Firefly Kitchen and Bars in Traverse City, Toy Town in Cadillac and Reed City, Well-Being with Catherine Palms in Traverse City, Spicer's Boat City in Houghton Lake, and the Sweet Shop in Cadillac. Until next time, stay on the lookout and remember that we always observe and detect the truth about our teams in the state of Michigan because the truth is everywhere. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Hit 'em with a hind. Baba booey to y'all.